Hello. Welcome back to another D-Man the Defenders video. In today's video, we are going to take a look at Justitia's new skin that was just added. The skin is available for those that are VIP 15, so that's not going to be many people, but just so we can take a look at it. Also, I want to talk about VIP 14 afterwards, actually, but basically this is what she looks like here. When you first equipped it, this is what ends up happening. I think it looks absolutely like sweet, completely amazing. I love it. Unfortunately, this really does look sweet. Unfortunately, it's not just a cosmetic upgrade, and I say unfortunately because it's going to put a bigger gap between that doesn't happen every time, by the way. You can stop this video. Like, I mean, you can make it so it doesn't do this every single time here. So you just turn it off, like right here, and that's it. Now when you click on, if you click on any of these, it'll do the video again and again for each tab that you click on, and every time you click on her. But anyways, just like the other skins, right? Like, it adds like extra stats, right? But these ones are like a little bit more moderate and a little bit of speed, and then whatever two main attributes that they have usually, right? But this one adds a crazy amount, like 10 crit and the 15 combo attack. That is absolutely ridiculous. But like I said, there's not gonna be too many VIPs 15s, but still though, but to be honest, I think the biggest win here is for the VIP 14s, which I'm not too happy about, simply because so how do I access this here? No, I'm gonna click on, yeah. So VIP 14 here, they get this exclusive butler that opens up the artifact decomposition, and I'll show you what it means here, or what it does. It basically lets you destroy your artifacts that you have, the ones that you don't really care about, and then you can use the points to shop in the artifact store here. But I'll come back to this one. But let's say if you do like here, Midnight's weapon here, it's not that bad, right? You get 100. But let's say if you do like the Monkey King's weapon, you get 200, right? Because this is like a god weapon, but obviously that would be crazy, right? But I wouldn't mind like destroying this one because I don't really care, or even this one, or even this one, or just these ones, right? But let's just say if, and then, oh yeah, you see these ones get mostly 100, right? Except for like this one here. But yet this yellow one, you get 400. But this one here, which like it's a god weapon, but still you get 600. But then take a look at this. This one also gets 400, right? Why is that the case? You get 400, but then this one you get 100, even though it's a red as well, right? And obviously to get the red, you take 2 blues, which make the purple, which then 2 purples then make a red. So why is this one, like, you know what I mean? And then this one is 400. But anyways, right? Just if you do the math, right? Like, so this is what the VIP like 14 get. Now if you go to the store, right, I wouldn't get any of these the armors, like any of these. Like, this would be, I feel like this would be a complete waste. The win comes from getting the secret gem, and from getting these like sacrifice scrolls and the tree dews, right? Like, that's crazy cheap. To give you an idea here, right? Just picture this. Even just like the summons that we do, right? Not this one, not the wisdom droplets, but the other one, the heroic summons, right? Most people, they get like the vast majority of the people here, they can get like 1600 summons, right? Which will usually cover this then 4 times, like the summon. No, is this one? Yeah, it'll cover this one. So if they do it 4 times, right? If they do like 400 summons, like not this event, but the heroic summons, if they do 400 summons for each one, right? They do that. They do that at 4 times. That's 1600. That's usually where a lot of people stop, but not always, right? 1600. And if they're doing the, usually when they do that event, they have that fury ball, right? And then that one has like a 70, sometimes like 60-70% chance to get like an artifact in there if they're doing the artifact that particular week, because it's not always that they do it, but when they do it, right? So you're looking at, let's say if they do 1600, they're looking at getting about roughly about like 8, 9, 10 artifacts, right? So let's say if they get 10 artifacts, right? And then they dismantle them all, right? That's 1,000. That's 1,000 points that they get, right? And 1,000 points, right? Like you're looking at like what, 30, at least 30 of these sacred gems right off the bat. You're looking at let's see, 1,000 divided by the 20 here, or 100 divided by the 20, get 50 times the 6. That's 300 of these sacred scrolls. Like that's 300 sacred scrolls on top of all the rewards that they get for the 1600, right? And those are the people that's usually, that usually do like the mass amount, like of summons anyways, because even when the average person does them, right, they're not going to get anything unless they're VIP 14, right, to be able to dismember the artifacts, right? And let's say they do that for the tree dude, right? That's going to be 50. That's going to be 50 tree dude that they're going to get on top of their summons. And let's say even if you go to the sales, right? Let's say if you go to like this one here, the god shop, right? Usually I win, like I win every time they have this, and you get about 15, at least 15,000 like for winning, which means like I can at least buy 3 of these weapons. That's 300. That means like basically it's like it's just an additional thing, but it's only available to the VIP 14s, which is what I don't like. I think it's a great addition to the game, because what I don't understand too, actually, I think it's a great addition to the game, but I think it should be available like for everyone, because I have all these ones. Like, how come this one's not showing? And I don't know if it's because I've put them up to 10. So let's just do a test here. I don't know if it's because I've set them up to 10, or even this one here. I use this one for the weekly thing, like I do it twice each week. But let me just reset it. And then let me just reset a few of these, because I don't know why some of the reds, I don't know if it's because I've leveled them up or not, and that's why, right? Okay, now I've did that to a few, but not to all of them, right? Because I don't want you guys to sit here forever. But let's just go back and let's see if it ends up showing up here. Dismember. Yeah, it does. So like, how much you get? 200. That's really confusing to me. Like, why? What? No, 400, and this one is 200. Why? Why is this only 200, but this is 400? And what about this one? 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. Oh, not 100. This one is 800. So I guess like the older ones are 100 if they're red ones. But why would you? But obviously knowing that ahead, if I kept all these blues, right, it would be like 8. Like each red would be 8 blues, right? Because it's two make the purple, and then 4 make the purple, and 2 purples. No, it would be 6. But still though, like you guys get what I mean, right? But anyways, like I don't like, that's the real win, like, and obviously you wouldn't get any of these, right? It'd be a complete waste. The endless flame, the need for alloy, and the underworld waters, right? you would just get the secret gems and the sacrifice scrolls on the tree too. And you could get these if you really wanted, but I personally wouldn't. But yeah, I thought that was absolutely great. Like when I saw the prices for them, like 20, that's ridiculous. So basically, like, yeah, I think like the real winner here is by far going to be the VIP 14. That's the biggest thing so far. Now, I really hope I'm wrong. I really hope I analyze this wrong, and that after like I get like a better look at it in the coming days here, because I definitely will make another video on this, right? If in the coming days, but hopefully, like yeah, because there's no limit. Like why? Like there's no like just to give you an example of like what I mean, like um that new things like the Sky City or something, like that new event, right? This is the only thing I bought. It was four of them for like what, for 12,000 of whatever this thing is called, right? Whatever the currency is called. And I bought them. And this refreshes every month. And you only get to buy four, right? You only get to buy four, but this thing has no limit at all. Like, why? Just like right now, if I just did quick load and added these, like that's ridiculous. Like right now, 33. Like that's ridiculous. Like I can get 100 of these right now. Like why? Like, like that's crazy. And for like 10 of them, is like what is at least 20 20 for four. So you're looking at, and if you add another five, that's so basically like for 100 for 10 of these is you're looking at like $120. Um, that somebody else if somebody else wanted that wasn't VIP 14 want to get it would have to pay like basically like $120 for the same thing that you get for free as just like a bonus for getting these a lot of, well obviously not these one or this one or this one or Zora's. Yeah. But like basically for having like useless weapons that, especially if you've been playing the game a long time, especially if you're like, if you weren't like me and you didn't make these into red ones, imagine like a lot of these players where they just kept it all blue and like, right, they're gonna like because the red ones count as 100, right? Like the old red ones count as 100, but imagine if they're all blue, they would have so much. And then like like even if they didn't, even if you had zero, like even if everybody had zero just going forward, you like people are going to get more of these artifacts and they're going to disassemble them and they're going to immediately, like if you disassemble like 100 of this, like 100 I mean if you disassemble, if you got 1,000 points, 1,000 points gets you like what, like almost 200 of these scrolls just right away. And that's on top of like the summons that they're gonna get. um I really hope you guys understand like what I mean. But it's obviously, I think it's a great addition to the game. I think it should be, but not behind VIP 14. Like I think that's ridiculous. I think this is, it's like every single person that's VIP 14 is already way ahead in the game, right? And this is something that they have on top of that that's going to propel them further ahead. So if somebody else that's not VIP 14 does 1,600 summons, or even 800 summons, or even 400 summons, doesn't matter, and gets a few artifacts, they can't disassemble it, and they're just going to be sitting there, which means they won't get anything, right? And during that whole time, like the ones at VIP 14 are going to keep getting further and further ahead because they're going to be able to keep leveling up like nonstop. But right now, the only thing that's stopping me is those secret gems, right? That's it. Like that's the only thing that's like stopping me like right now. It's just that. Um right, and then these ones are all like maxed out, right? Um And just so you have an idea too, like just to get enough to like max out like even just one, you're looking at like 5 grand, like at least like US, like at the bare minimum, like because like even like let's say like um even like let's say like this one here, like by the end, I think it was like 20 sacred gems just for like one. So like, how is the average player going to be able to get that? They're not. Like that's um I haven't made a video on this, but by the way, this is not worth getting. If you were gonna get anything, I would get uh the sacrifice scrolls. That gives you a way bigger boost than upgrading the gear, than upgrading this. Like this is way better. Like like I can make a video explaining why, but you have to just take my word for it. But anyways, I didn't mean to for this to go on as a rant, but this is a very cool skin, absolutely amazing. I think they did a wonderful job on it. Um, and like I said, I understand that because it's a god, here why they have to give like extra stats, but this is a little bit over the top here. It's a little bit over the top, but she does look absolutely amazing. And there's so many good things about this update, but that's not what the I'll make more videos on it, I promise. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.